Kanye West's former chief of staff, Milo Yiannopoulos, bro, I can't say the name, all right? I'm gonna shout Yiannopoulos. Yo, you tell me you can say that?
Oh, he's Greek. Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah. What? Can't say that shit. Tell me that shit.
Yiannopoulos. I said it better than you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yiannopoulos alleged that. Stop.
Say why. Just say why.
Wow.
Welcome back to another episode of the Petty Headquarters. And as you can see, we are in a totally different scenery.
Hey.
So for intros, I'm your host, Tiana Locke, and this is
Jessie Strange.
And of course, we are outside in nature doing a very special episode because we are celebrating our 1 year.
Yeah, so excited. We wanted to make this special for us, for y'all, like something visually, bring the Petty Headquarters on the go.
Right.
It's been 1 year.
It's been 1 year.
How does it feel?
It feels crazy. It's just like, wow, I can't believe I've been doing this for a whole year.
A
like,
whole year.
The fuck?
That's a long time, y'all.
Yeah, so yeah, especially with all the love that we've been getting, and it's been a year. So I want to say I appreciate y'all, appreciate the ones who tune in, who constantly tune in every Tuesday.
100%.
So yeah.
Thank you to everybody that continues to support our channel, our podcast, you know, even the audio version.
Right.
It's really appreciated. You know, we see all your comments. We appreciate all the, like, Taylor, Janae, Tati, all the day ones, but Danielle. You know, we see y'all, but also want to shout out to just the people who also reposted us. Like, you know, shout out to Biggie, shout out to DJ Sky. You know, Lemmy even shouted us out, you know, forcefully. Remember?
Yeah, he didn't really, it wasn't really genuine.
No.
But still,
okay. You know?
I really was making a face like, what? When did he do that? He never did that.
Nah, like Zeus, they be silent watchers, but they be watching. And I appreciate y'all. I know y'all out there.
Right, for sure.
So thank you to everybody that continues to tune in. Family, friends, friends who have literally, family and friends who have never judged it, have been, before Baddies was a big thing, you know, we're here since day one, and honestly, we appreciate it. So today's episode is actually going to be, you know, we're going to talk, it's going to be a little different. We're going to have a little fun with it, you know? It's not just going to be a bunch of tea and drama.
It is going to be different. First of all, I want to say shout out to Nikwa, my IG friend, who also showed love to the podcast since day one. Will always hit me up, tell me what she would think about what we said. So shout outs to you. And I'm about to see you two in person for the first fucking time. So we outside and we litty. So yeah. But anywho, today's episode is going to be a bit different. We are going to cover, you know, some topics that I know you had to bring to the table.
For sure.
And we also are going to play, like, you know, quick little games. So it's going to be cute or whatever.
So before we start, I do want to talk about the location that we chose, right? So we are born and raised Queens, New York. We originally wanted to do Flushing Meadow to kind of represent Queens. Unfortunately, you need a permit and it's just hard to get, especially out here. So we decided to choose Cunningham Park. You know, I especially play softball, lacrosse out here. You know, the podcast is located in Queens, you know, so it's not too far from the podcast location. So we just kind of wanted to bring it back to where, you know, where we from, you know? So that's why. So people who are not seeing this, they're just hearing it. We are in Cunningham Park, Queens, New York, and we brought the studio out here. So I hope you guys appreciate the work we put in to make this happen.
Yeah, for sure.
And shout out to my brother for being security.
Yeah, okay. Shout out to Tony. All right.
But yeah, so I mean, let's just jump right into it, right?
Let's jump right into it. So, I know you did have some stuff you wanted to touch on, so
yeah, let's do it. So I know recently it came out that Matthew Perry, who is a star from Friends, the show Friends. I personally never watched Friends, but it's a legendary show.
I didn't watch Friends either. I don't know why y'all hype it up, but I mean,
me neither. I never
it's really
understood.
not that lit, but
no, there's a lot of people that really love it. So, I guess, right? But that's besides the point. The point is, he passed away last year, November, from a drug overdose. He was heavy on ketamine, and it was labeled as an accidental death. He drowned in his bathroom. But it turns out that 5 people were arrested in connection to his death. And I bring that up because not only is it kind of like crazy and sad, the story goes like this. His story is sad. 5 people, 2 doctors, his assistant, who was his assistant for 25 years, and 2 other mules in between that were basically distributing drugs, ketamine. They were distributing ketamine to him. And it turns out that when they were investigating, there was a doctor who, I forgot what it was. There was a doctor, should I read it? Okay, the defendants include 2 doctors, Perry's live-in personal assistant, and a person referred to by the authorities as the ketamine queen. U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada said that the defendants took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction issues. They knew what they were doing was wrong. 3 of the 5 charged have reached a plea agreement. The other 2...
You found out new information?
No, the other 2 are pleading not guilty.
Oh.
Yeah, which are the doctors, basically.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. So, anyways, this shit is crazy because it turns out that the ketamine queen, who was also the doctor, had a whole emporium, quote-unquote emporium of drugs. And the assistant was known to have given him the injection that basically killed him.
Wow.
Yeah, which is really sad because, I personally can relate to the story. And I think that's why I wanted to talk about it today.
Right.
And the reason why I wanted to talk about it, more importantly, is because I don't think a lot of people understand that there are drug dealers who are selling, they're the low-end type, and then there's the ones in Hollywood.
Right.
Which, especially the ones that hide behind their doctorate degrees.
Mm-hmm.
They have the schooling to get these prescription drugs or get these, ketamine and stuff like that. But they're killing people. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I feel like, okay, you said the assistant was his assistant for like 25 years, right? And didn't care. And I know when we did speak about this, you said that there were text messages between the assistant with the doctors basically conspiring against Mr. Perry, Matthew Perry, right? To basically say, oh, well, how much do you think he's going to buy? This sucker's going to buy, he's going to pay, this moron's going to pay like $50,000 or some bullshit
how much
like
can
that.
we get, how much think this moron can pay?
How much can he pay, right? So my thing is, I have a crazy stance on this. Yes, it's fucked up. Let's get that out the way. But that assistant must have really have hated you to be doing that.
Yeah,
Your
for
assistant of 25 years did not give a fuck and was really talking shit about you. I'm like, how fake do you have to be to like not only be his assistant, but then also just contribute to the problem and enable the behavior? But then again, I guess you don't really owe him anything, right? That's not your family, that's not your friend, that's your boss. And maybe your boss treated you like shit too. So you're like, I don't give a fuck about this guy. So I mean, I guess I'm here to come from that opinionated standpoint, not so much a logic or factual or moral standpoint, more so just like opinion based on how I feel about this, because your assistant of 25 years really didn't give a fuck about you. Like,
yeah, but I mean, that's the ugly thing about money.
Yeah.
Right? That despite how good you may be of a person, right? It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when money is involved, it gets ugly, and people really, despite how long they've known you, the length of knowing somebody doesn't determine how loyal they are to you. And that's the truth.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
Because you know how many people you consider friends that you would think would support you?
Right.
And it'd be the friends that you didn't even know that long. That be having your back.
Strangers be supporting you more than these friends.
Look at Tinkerbella and Meatball and Slim, right? Slim.
Slim with Rolly? Oh no, Slim Too Bad.
Slim Too Bad.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
she was a better friend to Tink than Meatball, and then Meatball knew each other.
And they
knew each other
claimed that
longer.
they were sisters. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if it doesn't matter how long you were, that just shows me that you were never in my court. You were never my friend. You were never loyal to me. You were never cool with me, and that's that. It doesn't matter. Like I said, even though the assistant known this guy for 25 years, he probably hated his guts the whole 25 years.
And that's what I think I really wanted to touch on, because I think it's deeper than that. I'm gonna read this before I get into it. Mr. Perry was on ketamine treatment, medically supervised, medically prescribed, and while the U.S. attorney may have disagreed with Dr. Placencia's medical judgment, there was nothing criminal at the time. And more importantly, the ketamine that was involved with Mr. Perry passing was not related to Dr. Placencia, because there were 2 doctors involved. So the one that that doctor had prescribed wasn't the prescription that killed him, right?
Right.
But I say that to say,
oh my God,
I used to be heavy into ketamine, right?
Wow.
Right? And I know what it does to the body and to the person you are. And I remember when I read this story, I reflected on like back in the day when I used to do so much ketamine, and I'm getting really personal
Yeah,
here.
I'm surprised. I didn't think it would get this deep.
I mean, I think it's like, first of all, this was so many years ago. It's safe to talk about it, 1.
Okay.
And 2, this was so many years ago. Like, it's a whole nother life. I've definitely turned over a new leaf, and it is personal. So I hope you guys are appreciating me opening up a little. But when I used to do ketamine, I used to do so much that when I wasn't doing it, I would still hallucinate and still have effects of the drug. He had 20 vials. Matthew Perry had 20 vials. I remember having 3, okay? And I'm talking about there's so much ketamine, you should not even have 20 on you. 3 was a lot and excessive. So I can't even imagine how much he had, and I empathize because I remember also being very vulnerable at that time, whether I knew it or not. When you're in so much drugs like that, not only are you easily influenced, but people could take advantage of you because you are susceptible to the addiction, right? Like the anything, you just need it. And you'd be surprised, a lot of people who don't suffer from any type of addiction don't understand it, but you'd be surprised at what you're willing to do when you are that deep into addiction. And it's not the first time that Matthew was talking about addiction, because he wrote a 2022 a memoir on how he's always struggled with drug addiction. So you know what I'm saying? So it just feels very.
So he wrote a memoir for what? Because
he wrote a book about.
Right, but he still fell into the same thing again.
Yeah.
So you wrote the book for what? Like, what was the purpose for writing the book? Was it at the time you were like, oh, I turned over a new leaf, but then you went right back into it? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of the book?
No.
Okay.
Not really. Because at the end of the day, when you're an addict, that's an everyday life, like battle that you're suffering till the day you die.
Right.
Imagine, God forbid, but imagine like every day I wake up knowing that it's possible to fall back into bad habits. That's something you learn in recovery. That's something you learn as when you know about your drug addiction. It's something you just know. Every day is a battle. So every day, I've told you so many times.
Yeah.
Like I fucking, sometimes I'm so tired of fighting because it's so annoying. It's just a fight every day. So just because he wrote a book on his struggles, I don't think it was the purpose was, you turned over a new leaf. I think it's more like, not only is it a business venture, but you're telling your story. And I think I love a good person who opens up about drug addiction, just because, again, there are a lot of people who really do suffer from that. And you never know how your story can impact somebody who may need help.
So I hear your point in regards to, him telling his story, but I guess I want to touch on the point that you said. Yeah, it's a business venture, right? So let's really think about this from the people's standpoint. What if people are like, okay, so you wrote a book about this and you just went right back into it? Did you just write a book just for a quick cash grab? So now it makes you look, most people would probably think now you look like a scumbag because you just wrote a book. You wrote a book about this, and then now you're making money off of people, but is it really true? Because you just fell back into your shit. Like, so can we really, I don't know, can we really believe you? Because Now, what if there are other people that are like looking at him as inspo because of that book, and then you just went right back into the shit?
That's the reality, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make you any less of a hero. One, two, he wasn't an author. He was an actor. Most of his income came from acting on Friends,
Right,
and being an actor. So it's not like
royalties from Friends,
right. Like I don't think, and he's not he's not the criminal here.
No.
He's the victim.
He's the victim.
That's what I'm saying. You're focusing on this, and I'm like,
no. He is the victim. What they did to him was fucked up. But I just want to point out that those people don't owe him shit, especially when they know that he's an addict and they already called him a moron. And
but those aren't his friends.
Exactly, they're not his friends. They're not his family.
But they never were.
They never were.
But no one's arguing that. You know what I mean? Like it's not like they're like trying to pretend.
Yeah.
3 of them took a plea deal and pleaded guilty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No one's arguing
except
whether
for the doctor
they were loyalty or not. I'm just saying this sheds light to not only what's happening in Hollywood, it shines light to drug addiction. Like, y'all need to be careful. Look what happened to that guy from Euphoria. These people...
And Mac Miller.
You'll see, and Mac Miller. These people see people who are vulnerable. And I heavily empathize with people who suffer from drug addiction, because at the end of the day, you lose yourself in the addiction and you change who you are for that. And in return, you surround yourself with bad people who enable you. And then if you have money, it just brings out the leeches of the industry. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad those people got arrested, because when they made the arrest announcement, right, they also said, this is an example. We're setting an example to those people who are in Hollywood. I'm rewording this. But this is kind of what you got from the detective when he was making that announcement, was like, he basically said, we're using this as an example that if you are doing this, we are coming for you. And we're going to charge you and hold you accountable. And I love that because of what's happening with, there's rumors happening about Kanye West. Have you heard about that?
No, please enlighten me.
Let me enlighten you, because this is exactly why I brought this up. There's rumors that Kanye West may be suffering from brain damage.
I'm not surprised. I've been saying this.
Do you know why?
I've been saying this.
What's his name? I'm gonna read an article.
While you look for the article, I just want to say one thing. If anyone out there has watched Hunger Games, what they did to PETA is what I think they're doing to Kanye West.
Yo,
I don't care.
You
They
really
are
say
doing
that.
experiments on, they've been doing experiments on him. They've been in his brain, and then he's in Hollywood. Who knows what happened to him, what he's exposed to. Plus, he's also fucking crazy on the other hand.
He also has issues,
He also has his own issues that he hasn't fucking got help with.
Which makes him more
vulnerable. So then it makes it worse, and now you're extra exposed, and now you're just saying all this dumb shit, and you're just doing dumb shit. And whoever the fuck is doing, this is so conspiracy theory, but whoever the fuck is doing this shit to him, they know. So they could control him. They could just be like, yeah, Kanye's just crazy, and that's just the narrative.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised he's suffering from brain damage, and who knows what other drugs he's doing too.
Well, I'm about to get into it. According to Yahoo Entertainment, Kanye West's former chief of staff, Milo Yiannopoulos, bro, I can't say the name, all right? I'm gonna check. Yiannopoulos. Yo, you tell me you can say that?
Oh, he's Greek. Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah. What? Can't say that shit. Tell me that shit.
Yiannopoulos. I said it better than you, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Yiannopoulos.
It's not. It's not. He's a Greek last name.
Has made several shocking accusations against the rapper's dentist, Thomas P. Connolly. Yiannopoulos alleged that... Stop.
Just say why. Just say why.
Yiannopoulos alleged that the celebrity dentist provided West with an unlawful supply of nitrous gas, ignoring the self-destructive consequences it would have on the Yeezy founder. He also accused Connolly of fraudulently obtaining money from Kanye West due to the rapper's alleged addiction to gas, which Yiannopoulos claims that had weakened his mental acuity. There's a lot of complicated words on this, all right?
Jesse can't
English
read.
is not my first language.
Jesse can't read, yeah.
Stop. read. You laughing. Kanye West's ex-chief of staff believes his dentist violated professional ethics by supplying him with nitrous gas. In a legal affidavit obtained by the Daily Mail, Milo Yiannopoulos accused Thomas P. Connolly of the unlawful supply of enormous quantities of nitrous gas to West for recreational use, which he claimed violated professional ethics. The former Yeezy employee stated that the dentist charged more than $50,000 per month for the service and continued supplying the gas even after concerns were raised about West experiencing distressing symptoms. In the document, Yiannopoulos claimed that Connolly, who installed the rapper's $850,000 titanium dentures,
Oh my God.
instructed West on how to use the gas canisters, thereby knowingly encouraging their use in the absence of a qualified anesthesia or medical professional by a person with a history of mental illness and addiction. This is all alleged. Just because there's a lawsuit out there does not mean that it is true. Everyone is, innocent until proven guilty in America. So I want to make that very known. However, this is another example of what Matthew Perry and a bunch of other people in Hollywood are susceptible to and are actually going through right now. This is what happened to Mac Miller. This is what happened with the other guy that looked like Mac Miller from Euphoria. You know what I mean? And this is just one of many.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on what I just read?
I think that's wild. The nitrous, that's fucking crazy. And what's the reason? Because a lot of the times in dentistry, when people use nitrous, is when they're undergoing surgery or anything like that, or whatever it is, whatever implant surgery or whatever dental surgery you're doing. That's it. Anything after that, what do you need the nitrous for?
But obviously, the dentist is using his power as a doctor,
right,
to prescribe so he can make money.
Yeah. And that's
legal
what they
drug dealer.
do. And you know what's crazy? These dentists and these fucking doctors, that's what they do to regular civilians, regular people. They will literally upcharge you. And if your insurance is not good enough to pay them a certain amount, they will not see you. They will not want to take your insurance. And if they're a private practice, oh, you're fucked. They definitely don't want to, because they want to make money at the end of the day. What the fuck is that? What is that?
Oh no.
Anywho, like I was saying, they want to make money at the end of the day, so they're going to upcharge, and that's just something that you see all the time in the medical field. So I'm not surprised that, of course, Kanye West comes into your office now all of a sudden. Yep, we need to make money off this guy. That's what they do. So now they'll charge you for certain things that you don't even need. For certain things you don't need just to get that extra buck. They're fucking greedy. I've seen it.
Greedy.
I've worked in medical.
That's the word.
I've worked in fucking dental. I've seen it. I've seen how a lot of these doctors can be so greedy. I've heard a doctor one time say, oh, I only got $20 off that patient. I'm not seeing her again. So if you listen, I've seen it. So I'm not surprised that that fucking dentist is upcharging him for shit that he doesn't even need just because he knows he has money.
Allegedly. But yes.
Allegedly.
Absolutely. And it's so crazy because how many times have I told you, I feel the effects when I was doing those cans. And mind you, I was 19. Where? What? What are you talking about?
It's a wasp. Oh my God, why are they in my business? Anywho. Continue, you feel the effects.
I feel the effects from when I was 19 years old doing canned drugs like that. You lose brain cells. You literally do. You really do. Like I'm suffering. I suffer now from the delayed effects because you really do lose that. So I empathize. If this is true, I do empathize with Kanye because I have no disorders mentally diagnosed. I've never been diagnosed with anything, So I can imagine if I feel this way, how his access to that type of drugs and with money and the connections, how it's so available to you, and then you also suffer from mental disorders, how lost you can get, and I really hope that that dentist, and if that's true, all these doctors in Hollywood that are killing these people,
literally
use that, what happened to Matthew Perry, and those people as an example to stop the bullshit, bro. Because, I mean, granted, you're never going to stop drugs for being drugs, but I do hope that people get held accountable because, I mean, we're constantly seeing these people die from these things, and it's sad. Good, legendary people who just succumb to
and then there's
this.
also malpractice, so it's like so many things, even with like, you know, cosmetic surgery. That's another epidemic in itself. So it's just so much with these fucking doctors. So they need to get their shit together, like, for real, truly
100%,
and really.
100%. So that actually leads us into this new segment that I've put together. This is a segment called Celebrity Hot Takes, where we scrounge the internet to see what you guys have to say about these celebrities. So
let's see what we got to say about it. Do we agree with your hot take? Do we not agree? We just gonna chat about it.
So I went down and deep in the Reddit rabbit hole and pulled a few that I'm very excited to bring up. So we're gonna start off light. We're gonna break it up a little bit because I know that was a little dark, right? So this is something I read. Ready?
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion on this.
Okay.
No shade, as I love them all, but none of the Stranger Things kids are that good of actors. And frankly, this is probably the peak of all of their careers. I was like, oh my God. So tell me, what you gotta say about that?
Wait, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
Like, Millie Bobby Brown coming for you.
They coming for
you, bitch.
Yeah.
Because, no, but like, honestly, I haven't seen Millie Bobby Brown can act.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they talking about.
She-
and the black dude can act too. So
Yeah.
I don't know what they talking about.
And the kid too with
Which
the teeth,
one?
the no teeth, or the small teeth.
I haven't seen him in anything. So I only saw him in Stranger Things. To be frank, I haven't seen him in anything else. So I don't even know. I'm going to be a little biased towards that. I feel like when I see him, he's always acting the same role. I haven't seen him really go outside of that. So I can see why they say that in regards to him, the one with no teeth. I forgot his name. The other one that looks like a girl. The main one that was with Millie Bobby Brown, right? 11.
Yeah.
That looks like a girl that's cute, right? With the model androgynous look. I agree. I think he's better off as a model.
He don't look like a girl. He has feminine features though.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He has, that's why I said androgynous. Because
Yeah.
it's like he's a dude, but he still has like, he has that look.
He has a pretty face,
He
pretty
does.
features.
He definitely has an androgynous look to him. So I'm like, okay, he's cute. He should just be a model. The other one, honestly, I think he could act. The other one that was like secretly gay in love with the one that has the feminine features. I forgot all their names, bitch. Stranger Things, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Like, I just remember 11 and Millie Bobby Brown. That's it.
No, for sure.
The one that was secretly closeted in love with his best friend, he can act.
Yeah?
He can act. I don't know what they talking about.
Yeah, so you don't agree?
No. I only agree with the guy with no teeth. That's it.
The guy with no teeth is fucked up.
He got teeth. He do. It's just little.
It's tiny.
Whatever. That's it.
No, for sure. I disagree. I think that they're especially Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
She's good. She's a great actress.
Yeah,
No, she's
she
good.
is.
She was in another film. I forgot.
The dragon one.
Yeah.
Damsel in something. Damsel. I think it was just Damsel. It was
so.
Damsel.
That
on
was
Netflix.
a great movie.
It was.
That's true, and she did amazing.
She did.
I don't know what y'all talk about. I disagree.
Okay.
Next.
Next.
This one's gonna hurt me. I'm so sad. I don't want to
Tell
talk about it.
me!
Okay. This one hurt to pull up. I was hurt by this comment. Ready? I'm sorry, but Bad Bunny is such a hypocrite.
He is.
Okay,
He
hold on.
is.
Hold
No,
on.
I agree. Fuck out of here, bitch. And you agree too. You agree too. You just deep down don't want to admit it. You know. And he a sellout.
Oh, so sad.
And you've said that so many times, but now you want to be like, oh, this hurt me.
It did.
Why are you trying
Listen, you haven't even heard it.
Face?
You haven't even heard it
You're
yet.
trying to show, because it's the fact that you really geared up for it, talking about it hurt me.
It hurts.
When you know.
Same way Nicki Minaj hurt.
Okay,
Same way
but
Nicki
you've
Minaj
been
hurt.
talking about how you felt about Bad Bunny for dumb long.
But listen, it's not even what they're saying,
Okay.
though. Check it out. I hate that he spent years releasing misogynistic songs. His fandom was mostly Latino men that didn't think his lyrics were problematic and would call you a feminizer if you didn't agree. He blew up in Latin America and kept the same image for years. It wasn't until he started targeting the American market and got popular that he did a 180. You can't convince me this wasn't an image change to appeal to the Western market. And it's crazy that he's seen as an ally and a feminist nowadays.
What, because he paints his nails and what?
I
guess has like more feminine attributes to the way he dresses sometimes.
Maybe.
That don't got shit to do with nothing. These niggas could still play you and paint their nails and put on lipstick and eyeliner.
Didn't you go through that?
Y'all, and I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it.
I was just gonna talk shit just now.
Yeah, please stop. Please stop. Anywho, but yeah, this is what I'm saying. They could be all feminine in their feminine energy and, you know, best of both worlds type shit, and will still fucking play you like the dog they are. So let's not think just because he fucking have a whole new feminine attributed look to him that he any different. No.
Yeah, I thought this take was interesting because I never viewed him as a feminist.
People did, because he was like standing up for like trans women rights and like trans folks, and you know, him wearing the skirt and painting his nails. But
You're
I'm like,
right.
that don't got shit to do with nothing. These guys will still play you in a dress and all. It don't matter.
100%. And I think that, you know, I loved when he stood up for trans and for the gay community, especially as a Latino, the power he had in the culture.
Right.
Like, I love that he did that. But I never viewed that as a way for feminism, one. And two, I thought it was an interesting take because, like I said, not only did I not think of him that way, but it does kind of coincide with the idea that when, you know, the bigger you get, you cater to certain markets. And I wouldn't be surprised that the reason behind him doing that was to cater to a bigger audience, to not only, like, it was incentivized by money.
Right.
Not because maybe, I don't know Bad Bunny, maybe there was good in his heart that he felt that it was his duty as you know, as with his power to do that. I would hope that that was the only and sole reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised that him and his team, you know, coming from Puerto Rico, we've been to Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. We know what Puerto Rico looked like.
Yeah.
And, you know, I try to empathize, or try to not empathize, but I try to put myself in his shoes, coming from an island, you know, coming from where he's from, and then being able to break through that, have all this access, now you have all this money, and then, you know, money will change you.
Right.
And I think it wasn't until he was with Kendall, right?
Yeah,
Kendall, where I was just kind of like...
Kendall Jenner.
I knew you were kind of like selling out as you kept going, but the fact that you're with Kendall Jenner, bro, and this isn't to say you can't have an accent and you know, but like, I heard you speak about things. I've seen you in interviews. What do you got to talk about with Kendall Jenner? How does she relate to you in any type of way? This is the culture vulture that really did that. Isn't she the one that did the Coke thing?
I don't know.
When she did that.
They always do some shit. That Kardashian family. Yeah, they always doing something.
I really do believe it was Kendall Jenner that did that Coke commercial where they were all pissed off because she was wearing the Mexican like hat and kind of looking indigenous when she wasn't. Something like that. One of the Kardashians did, I'm pretty sure.
They always doing some shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Kendall Jenner. Anyway, so, you know, it was at that point where I feel like people in the Latino community were kind of like side-eyeing him, but I thought that was an interesting take, so I figured I'd bring it up.
I want to say a take.
Go ahead, go.
Okay, I'll only do one.
Do yours, yeah.
I'll pick my crazy one and I'll see what you say. All right, so this one's interesting. You ready? Zendaya's acting skills are not that impressive. She's a great model, but an average actress. She is good at picking roles though, so she's able to shine, but the acting itself is meh.
What?
I kind of agree.
What?
You know, listen. She came out of her show with that Rue character on Euphoria, for sure. Her, you know, role in Rue was very impressive. But sometimes I do feel like it is hard for Zendaya to come out of herself in regards of who she is. And a lot of the times when you're an actress, you are not only acting like you are embodying different people, different accents, different just personas. And I feel like everything I've seen Zendaya in, she really just sounds like herself. And Euphoria was the first time for me where I've seen Zendaya in like this whole new different role where it was like out of body, like very out of norm for her.
That scene
where I feel like she did good. She did good. But I do kind of have to agree that, like, you know, I mean, I don't know.
That scene with her and her mom,
yeah,
that shit made me cry.
And even then, it was good. It was sad, but also I still feel like she just, I don't know.
Yo, there's
it don't be hitting for me sometimes with Zendaya. It don't be hitting for me.
I honestly, I mean,
the girl that plays her little sister acts better than Zendaya, in my opinion.
I could see that.
She definitely does, and I've seen her in a couple of stuff.
I wouldn't knock Zendaya though, because I feel like, I mean, can you say the same thing be said about Kevin Hart? And it wasn't only until that show that he came out where he was an actual, like, he had this brother. Was it on Netflix?
Oh, why he got extorted?
Yeah.
I forgot the name
That
of it.
was the first time I really seen Kevin Hart play a serious role or like a good role that was like out of his Kevin Hart character.
Yeah, but I've been watching Zendaya since Disney Channel. You haven't. So I've seen her in other stuff besides Euphoria. I've seen her on Disney. I've seen her in that other movie she was in with Zac Efron. I forgot the name. She was also in this other movie. She was in so many different movies. And I feel like Euphoria was really the first role, in my opinion, where she really showed that, okay, you can actually act. Because a lot of the time she keeps that same demeanor.
Yeah.
In all of her roles.
Well, I'm curious to know what y'all got to say about these hot takes so far. Because, I mean, you may be right. I honestly don't think I'm well-rounded enough to answer it. But I do know that she hit when it came to the Rue character.
Yeah, for sure. So, this one's interesting. My opinion is that Demi Lovato is an attention seeker that has used body image issues, gender identity, and Taylor Swift's name to stay relevant. The chaotic way in which she approaches things makes me believe she just isn't genuine. I agree. Hands down. Because Demi Lovato, you coming out talking about my pronouns are they, them, then all of a sudden saying, oh, I'm sorry, I take it back, I'm she, her. Bitch, don't piss me off, because there's a community of people that really are about this and go through their own shit that you have nothing to do with. You don't have to deal with that. You're on a totally different class level, different status level than these people, a lot of these people. So the fact that she did that really pissed me off, because it's like you really have people who are really about this life and are really true to this shit and really know themselves to even be there in the first place. You clearly don't.
Yeah.
You clearly don't. You have your identity issues, and you're using this whole thing to make it seem like you could relate, but you can't.
100%. I agree. I think I hate people who do that, and she's definitely one of those people that confuse and feed the narrative of why people are just so agitated at the quote-unquote progressive, movement. Because at the end of the day, it's people like her that send the wrong message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're not only are you powerful, you're an influencer, you're famous, but then you're sitting out here being careless with your words and affecting an actual group of people who have to go through every day their lives with what they genuinely are identified as. And keep, if you want to do you, that's on you. Right? Whatever you identify with, listen, as long as you're not bothering me, I'm not bothering you, that's fine. But when you sit there and say, oh, I'm like Trisha Paytas is another example of that. I'm a dog. I identify as a man. I identify as trans. What do you mean you identify as trans? You can only be trans. You know what I mean?
Right.
People don't understand the difference between identification and sexual orientation. So I'm curious to know what you guys have to say about everything we just discussed. These are the hot takes we found on the internet. I hope you like this new segment, because we will be doing more of it.
Yeah.
And
so now I have a little fun game that I wanted us to play. Again, this is our special 1-year episode. So I want to see how well Jesse and I know the podcast. So we do have this trivia game we're about to play where I ask her some questions about shit about the podcast. And you guys can also join in on this as well if you know the answers.
Yeah.
You probably will. And then she'll have her questions for me. That's if she has any, but and then we'll see how well we both know the podcast. So
Oh my God.
all right,
I'm scared.
so Petty HQ trivia.
Yay.
You're so stupid. All right. Here we go. All right. So, in which episode did we receive the most hate?
Ooh, the most hate?
The most hate.
The most hate?
The most hate.
Oh my God, I don't know.
You better think, bitch.
The most hate. Was it with is it Baddies?
No.
Okay. All right. Beyonce.
No.
With Jason Lee.
No.
Okay.
Fuck. We actually got a lot of supporters from that episode.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually.
I'm just talking shit. Nicki Minaj.
No.
All right.
One more time. All right. Fuck it. You don't know. You don't know. The B Simone video. The
That's
B
right.
Simone video.
Really?
Yeah. That
Wow.
video got us a lot of hate on Instagram.
Oh, on Instagram.
Instagram.
Okay, I was thinking about comments on YouTube.
No.
Okay.
But that was on Instagram
You're right.
as well as TikTok.
Okay.
And that video, I think, was really the video where people were like, who the fuck are you guys?
Yeah.
Nobody knows who the fuck you are.
You know what?
And that was our intro
that,
to everything.
I was gonna say that was before we had some type of real motion.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Online. And I do wanna again shout out to DJ Sky because and I'll bring this up why.
I'm not even there yet.
Because before we had motion, she was supporting
Yeah,
us.
that's true.
We try to get a few interviews, all right? We're not gonna mention till the day it's appropriate to mention, but there are people who act funny when there's not enough motion and cloud. So that's why I
Right.
say I gotta really recognize the people who don't allow the Hollywood lifestyle to really get to their head.
Right.
And there was a lot of people, and I only say that because in that B Simone, when we came out with that video,
Mm-hmm.
everybody was just calling us bums, basically.
Mhm.
Like we're just two bums
Yeah.
sitting down talking shit about a woman who's making money.
Yeah,
And doing, I'm
yeah.
like, y'all don't even know us. You understand?
And
You're
y'all
like-
don't know B Simone either, but because she has more clout,
Right.
evidently that just becomes, yep, she's the option.
She's
the better
valid.
person.
Right.
She's the valid, and that's it. Just because she has money, she has her businesses. So in your eyes, yep, she has it put together more than you. So
Right.
you can't talk. Yeah, I think that video got us the most hate, with comments,
That's true.
with people talking shit, about our looks,
Yeah.
about us being bums. Talking about you gonna get beat up, it was a
Yeah.
lot of bullshit when it came to that. I was like, wow, B Simone got some serious loyal stands because
Shit.
I think the B Simone video even more than Nicki. I thought Nicki was gonna get us that type of energy, which to my surprise, it was B Simone. So yeah,
My
big girl.
My turn. Now let's see
Mm,
if you know.
okay.
What's the name of the episode that is only available on audio platforms because the visual version was taken down due to reasons we will not mention?
Is Zeus Network the Ghetto Disney?
Yes! Oh, damn!
I know my shit. Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with Zeus, by the way. So no conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
We will one day hopefully tell that story too.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be out there.
Yep.
It's gonna be out there.
Yep.
All right, just on hold.
Yep.
So my second question for you is, let's see, which podcast clip is the most viewed?
Damn, yo. You really went deep.
I did.
Is it B Simone? No.
No, and it's a podcast clip.
When we're talking about baddies, for sure.
Yes.
I would say Baddies East.
Okay.
Covering, okay, so I'm warm.
You're warm.
Baddies East with Rolly.
No.
Ah,
That was a good one though.
Yeah, okay, so which one is it?
You guess again, bitch. The fuck? You don't even want to guess again.
Oh
You get three tries.
Two.
You really don't want to work.
I don't.
Okay, your last try.
Okay, so when we were talking about Scarface.
No.
Okay, I don't know which one.
Is Scotty a hypocrite? 950,000 views.
Damn, for real?
Yes, on Instagram.
No way.
Yes,
That's
950,000.
new. Like low key.
No, that's the older one with Baddies East when she was like bullying T.
Yes.
Hi, my name's T.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that one was good.
Yeah.
That one was good. We clocked that. We were like,
yeah. Our second most viewed video is an interview with Biggie at 650,000.
shout outs to the
Shout outs to Biggie.
to Biggie. Shout outs to Ayo Baddies, because
No, for real.
they give us something to talk about.
No, for real. They really do. Okay, so
Nice.
now your question.
All right, ready? Which episode is our least viewed, aka no one cared about the person we talked about?
Drake.
Nope.
Wait!
Yeah, nope.
Wait, with the new channel?
No, with our podcast.
The least viewed.
And this is still on your channel, so yeah.
Really?
With
It's
the
still
least
on-
viewed.
It's not Drake?
No, it used to be Drake, but someone cared less. They say they cared less about someone else.
Ooh.
Yeah, you wasn't ready. You wasn't ready. What I'm talking about.
I don't know. Hold on, let me guess.
One more chance. One
Wait.
more.
See, unlike you, I actually want 3 tries.
okay, fine.
whatever, but 2. The least episode. Nobody cared. Damn, which one is it?
You gotta guess to get there.
I have to figure it out. What did we talk about? Damn, I thought it was Drake.
I knew you would think
It's
that.
not Baddies. It's definitely not Baddies. Is it Summer Walker?
No.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, okay, you're done?
I'm done.
Okay, I was gonna play the Jeopardy song.
Ah, you stupid bitch.
I was gonna go like this.
Okay, whatever. Bitch, okay, I'm already done. You're so fucking ugly.
Okay. Lil Nas X.
Ah, you see, that's how you know. Even I forgot.
Even you didn't care about it.
I was like, what are we talking about?
Even you
Lil
didn't
Nas
care.
X, yes.
No
The
one-
blasphemy one.
No one cared about Lil Nas
Nobody
X.
cared about Lil Nas X. Wow.
Mad
That's
funny.
crazy. I forgot.
Yep.
I forgot about him too, so.
See?
Okay. Moving on to my third question. Name the 3 people in which fans threatened me over.
B. Simone,
Okay.
Nicki Minaj.
No. B. Simone's right. Nicki Minaj, no. When I say threaten, I'm talking
E.T..
about, okay.
E.T., I
Okay,
know that
okay.
one. And
It should be easy.
Diamond the Body?
No.
Oh. Really?
Yes, this should be easy. How you not getting the last one?
Megan Thee Stallion.
No, bitch, we didn't say nothing about Megan Thee
No,
Stallion.
just throwing shit out. Natalie, none.
No.
All right, I give up. Go.
Anna Mac. You stupid
Animac.
bitch.
Animac.
B.
Yo, for
Simone,
real.
E.T. and Anna Mac.
Yeah.
I definitely was getting the comments and the DMs. I think
Mhm.
that's what makes it different. Like, I was getting DMs when it came to B. Simone.
Yep.
Anna Mac, and yeah, E.T. I was getting tagged. Someone
Death
posted some
threats.
dumb shit on their story and like tagged me over a Sims video, by the way, which is the funniest shit.
Yeah.
With E.T., they like tagged my Sims video, posted on their story. It was like, oh, this bitch is stupid. She'll get beat up. Da da da. Bullshit.
With
right?
E.T., I got so mad.
Yeah, but then when like Jesse went off on them, they didn't really have the same energy that they had on their story. I really don't fucking
They're
know.
just kids.
Yeah,
And I
to be
let
honest,
these kids get the best of me.
Yeah, I just be like, I really don't give a fuck. But to think that, yeah, like for Anna Mac too, when I was like, bitch, we were bored in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Some guy was in my DMs like, bitch, you look like a monkey. How dare you talk about Anna Mac? Like, people were so fucking stupid. And that was before Baddies East even released yet.
Yep.
For people to really, for Anna Mac to have the fan base that she does now. You know what I mean? So, whatever.
Yeah. That's true.
That, it was just like extra. And then you already know with B. Simone, that was just, oh, wow.
Yep.
It was just a lot.
So I have one more question. It's not really, well, I guess it is, but I already asked this to you, so let's see if you actually know.
Okay.
Which baddie villain do you think I like the most? From getting to know all the episodes we've covered, who do you think is my favorite baddie villain?
Natalie Nunn.
I don't consider her a villain.
Okay.
I consider.
You should, but okay.
I guess. No.
All right. Is she an OG?
No. Probably not. You're probably not gonna. You're gonna be surprised at this answer, actually.
The fuck? Who's a villain? Scotty?
You want me to name like who I would consider villains?
Yeah.
Rolly, Krishan, E.T.
It's Krishan?
No.
Oh.
I would say Gretch for a lot of people, not for me.
Okay, what's the answer? I don't know.
E.T.
Wow.
I know. Here it is.
Guess.
Here it is. Ready? I thought about E.T. recently. We haven't even watched the last episode yet because we got to do a binge to catch up.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I would say Mariah Lynn also is a part of the villain now. Out of all of them though, they all irritate me, right? They all irritate the shit out of me, but I think I like E.T. the most. Yes, she has a lot to criticize, and yes, she got on my nerves at how impressionable she was and easily manipulated she was, but I feel like E.T. had, in my opinion, the most potential to be better. As far as
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
I can see
like
that.
when I met Rolly in person, I felt her ugly energy. When I met E.T. in person, I didn't feel that.
Yeah.
I felt like she was just like the girl that kind of wanted to be
just to fit in,
and thought she knew what she had to do because she came from that. And I'm not saying she was wrong, right or wrong. Like, you know, she was definitely wrong and pissed me off.
She remind me of off the boat Jamaican girl, really just trying to fit in, like, you know, and get her feet wet with like westernized society. That's how it feels with her. But she'll still beat you the fuck up. But, you know, she's stupid at the same time, too, because she don't know no better. She just need people to put her in the right direction.
I feel like at the end of the day, she was entertaining where it wasn't, she was a bully to Biggie, absolutely. But Rolly, I mean, like, out of all of them, I feel like Mariah Lynn, they all just tickle me a different way. Then E.T. pissed me off, but never enough to be like, I never want to see you again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I feel like she could definitely redeem herself for sure.
Just a controversial take, I guess. I want to hear what y'all got to say because I know y'all a bunch of baddie fans out there. So I want to know who's your favorite baddie villain, and if you know what I'm saying, what y'all got to say about my opinion. But what about you? What would you say is your favorite now that we here?
What the fuck? I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't got a fucking favorite villain. Krishan! Bring Krishan
Get
back.
out of here.
Bring Krishan back.
Get out of here.
Free Krishan. Let me stop. Yo, moving on. Moving on. So, how many industry plants have we covered so far on the podcast?
Ice Spice, Bobby Aldoff. That's it.
Yeah.
Hey!
You got it.
Nice.
Okay.
I have no more questions.
You have no more questions?
No, I only came up with 3.
So my last final one is so easy. Is who showed us love? Who was the first ever to show us love on the podcast?
First ever?
The first baddie.
Besides our, I was gonna say besides our families.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ Sky.
Yeah. Okay.
Hands down. So shout out to DJ Sky all episode.
That's it.
We were gonna buy the bottle, okay?
Right, but we couldn't find it.
Yeah, because we are 100%. Yeah, you know how I feel about that shit. Because you do, like, you know, the more we get involved, the more we see, hey, the cat. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
What?
DJ Sky hangs out with the cast.
Yeah.
I mean, the crew. The behind the scenes crew.
That's true.
You remember that one episode where she was on the live? Not an episode, but they were somewhere in Jamaica.
Yeah.
It was like Baddies East, and they were all hanging out, and we kind of got to know the crew a little. Actually, we're still friends with the crew.
Yeah, for sure.
And recently just hung out with one of them who's behind in the production team, and she hangs out with them, and I think it's reflective, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are. At the end of the day, DJ Sky is a big businesswoman, so she's gonna obviously keep her relations with the baddies.
Right.
But who was she hanging out with after the show? it was production. It wasn't really baddies.
Right.
Because again, it just reflects who she is, and I'm always. And
they're mad cool.
They're
actually mad cool, down to earth.
Yes.
And we got to know them because, when Baddies East was premiering, we were following them hoes wherever they were at. So we, they saw us multiple times and then struck up conversations with us, and then we were just cool. And
cool peoples. Yeah, very cool people. So shout out to like I said, the cast. I mean the crew. Yeah. The crew are very cool. And
they even were like, hey, like the baddies are about to show up soon if you want to come and like get footage. So like they were really cool. So yeah.
So shout outs to them. And
shout outs to them.
That's it.
That's it, guys. All right.
So yeah.
So yes, that brings us to our closing. That was our fun little trivia game of how well we know the podcast. That was fun or whatever.
That was our 1 year anniversary special episode.
For real. We're really been doing this for fucking 1 year. So.
And this is only the beginning, guys. We are so grateful to all the new subscribers that come into the new channel, that are supporting us, friends, family. Yo, y'all know who you are. We really do appreciate it. We're a two-man team here. And, it goes without saying, man. We really are grateful. We only see it going up from here, and it's all because of you guys. And it's free 99 to like the video, to comment. We just reached 10,000 downloads on our podcast.
Oh, we're at 11,000 now, by the way.
We're at 11,000 downloads right now to our audio version, because that is our main.
Right.
Our main platform is audio, know.
And we're on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast from, we are there. So shout out to you guys again. If you made it this far to the video, definitely like, share, subscribe, all of that. We appreciate you guys so much.
Comment down below your thoughts on this episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? It's a little more lighthearted.
Yeah, very lighthearted.
You got to know us a little more.
Yeah, for sure. Got to know her a little more.
Definitely.
So that's definitely something that's great. So anywho, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's JESSI.strange. And where can they find you, Tiana?
You guys can find me on Instagram at randommania1. You guys can find us on Instagram at the Petty Headquarters. And like I said, we release...
Right.
Way too loud. Anywho, like I said, we release episodes every Tuesday at 4 p.m. We are on all podcast platforms, like I had mentioned before, and we are also on YouTube at the Petty Headquarters. Very simple. So subscribe, shout us out, tell a friend to tell a friend. You already know. So thank you guys for tuning in. This was your little special weekly dose of mess.
Yay!
We're done.
And that's a wrap. Yay!